So now we'll go into the main section. The main section includes this Kaikyoge, which is on page 17. This is the opening verse for the sutra chanting. Then there's Jukyo. Jukyo just means reading the sutra. So the section that we usually chant at this temple, and most temples in Hawaii, is on page 18, Shiseige. And Honganji also chants this section, and they call it Juseige. But it's basically the same section, and it comes from, as it says here, the Sutra of the Buddha of Immeasurable Life. So it's the larger Pure Land Sutra. After Shiseige, the other part of the main section includes Honzeige, which is the verse on the Buddha's original vow, page 23. And then Junen Shoyakumon, and Nembutsu Ichie, which is the devoted calls, and Egan, which is the transference of merit. For Kaikyoge, the Mujo Jinjin Ninyo Ho is the first section that the priest reads. And then the rest of the section, everyone else follows. Here at the top, I have Sutra 1. And the reason why I have Sutra 1 is that in the selected scriptures in the back, I also added some of the other sutras that we actually don't usually read. But this section in Japan can be changed amongst the 3 Pure Land Sutras. So in our sect, we have the 3 Pure Land Sutras that we follow, and this section can be interchanged with different parts. So sometimes in Japan, we'll chant Amida Sutra, or we'll chant a different part of the larger Pure Land Sutra in this section.
So is that the Amida Nyorai?
It's all Amida Nyorai. But this section is from the Muryo Jukyo, the larger Pure Land Sutra. And the larger Pure Land Sutra is really long. So if we chanted all of it, it would take 3 hours, right? So this is just one little section. So we use this mokugyo in sutra chanting usually, and in Jodoshu, instead of hitting the sound we call it hitting it on the head. We do it in between. So it's in the interval. So hitting it on the head means hitting this drum on the sound, and that's not what we do in Jodoshu. But I don't know, some of you can, if you're musically inclined, you can hear the difference. I'm not very musically inclined, so I had a really hard time learning how to do it in the interval. But atamauchi.
Is that so that the sound just continues on because he's reading in between in the blank spots?
If we do it atamauchi, if we hit it on the sound, then our voice gets softer. And he's saying we want the Buddha to hear our chanting sounds, so we do it in between, and that way our voice is better heard.
Nice.
So when you do it you hit it on the head, then you get faster and faster, and it becomes more, you're not as careful in chanting. He's going to demonstrate hitting it on the sound. in, what is it, with the earlier parts, we have the section that the priest reads, and then what everybody else follows. And here I wrote in the explanation, the priest reads Bussetsu Muryo Jukyo Shisege. So he's reading the title, and then he says Gagon Chosei Gan. And that's the section up to where the priest reads. So I'm going to have him just read the first part.
無節無量寿教死生具我言調整が
anytime you hear do, sho, ju, nen, that means together everyone chants 10 times nembutsu. Junen is 10 times nembutsu. So do, sho, do is the same or together. Sho is chanting, so together let's chant. So usually, if you don't hear do, sho, junen, the priest, the officiant will chant it himself or herself, and then if he says do, sho, junen, he says everybody come and join me and say nembutsu together. Here at the bottom I have gohogo. On page 23, gohogo is the sayings of Saint Honen, or There's some other selected reading that they say in Japan, but usually in Hawaii we don't often do this. And if we have time at the end, we'll come revisit this section. But for now, let's go on to the next section.